everyone, happy September. It is Suicide Prevention Month, and in honor of Suicide Prevention Month, I'm going to share with you my diagnoses, my experiences with the disorders. So, I have a serious life-threatening mental health condition called borderline personality disorder as my main disorder. I also have it in conjunction with bipolar 2 disorder. So I technically have both diagnoses of both borderline personality disorder and bipolar 2 disorder. I am on medication to help with the two disorders, although there's no medication specifically to help with to treat borderline personality disorder like there is with other mood disorders like bipolar. There is medications like lithium specifically for that. There is no medication specifically for a personality disorder per se. However, I am on medications that are for other things that come with the condition. But it does seem to help me and my moods and stuff like that. And borderline personality disorder is very, very hard to live with. I'm not gonna lie. My medications help keep me alive and living every day. If it weren't for my medications, I may not even be here. I don't know. But the medications really help me a whole lot. I have a history of self-harming and stuff like that. I have a history of suicidal thoughts, threats, and I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very rough. And I've had to be hospitalized multiple times, and I have impulsive behavior because of it. I have impulsively injured myself from being kind of like reckless with like a knife and stuff like that. So even just that alone, even not even having the attempt to suicide, you could actually really, really hurt yourself by even just acting impulsively and then you cut yourself or whatever, and it could be very, very bad. But and I hope TikTok doesn't take this down because I'm talking about this, but I want to raise awareness about it because of it being Suicide Prevention Month, and talk about what I've have to live with for like the rest of my life, because there's no cure. And the best supportive treatment is like talk therapy, behavioral therapy, and stuff like that as well when it comes to borderline personality disorder, more so than the medication. But the medication are really like my lifesavers. I'm not a person that can be without it. Some people may have just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, have a little bit of anxiety, but at the same time, they don't absolutely need the medication. They can be on it, but at the same time, they can choose to be without it, and they do fine. I've known people that have had situational depression or whatever, a little bit of anxiety, that went through on medication periodically, but they were taken off of it. They're okay. They can cope with and handle it fine. Me, on the other hand, I don't have the greatest coping skills. The disorders really interfere with my personal relationships, family, friends, all of the above. So with that being said, yeah, it's very, very, it's not fun whatsoever. And it can be very, very serious. So, yeah. With that being said, so, yeah, in honor of Suicide Prevention Month, I wanted to jump on here and kind of like share my experience with it and raise awareness in regards to this, as I do on my platform, channel, whatever you want to call it, my page, and just, talk about what it's like about my life and what I have to deal with, what I have to live with. So yeah. Anywho, I started showing major symptoms in adolescence associated with abandonment, rejection, and it got worse from there. So, but yeah. I went undiagnosed for a very long time with it as well. Initially, it was thought to be just a depression, anxiety. No one was catching on to the whole abandonment, rejection problem I was always having, and my mood swings. I even tried talking to the doctors multiple times, my psychiatrist, and I would move psychiatrists, I would switch doctors. They would try to diagnose me with different disorders every time I switched, and no. Now I have to be straightforward and be like, this is what they diagnosed me with, this is what I have, no more changing anything, because they tend to do that. I don't like it. I absolutely hate the psychiatry field of things when it comes to how people deal with things, and based on my experience, because I was very much neglected in a lot of ways with it, and I was late to be diagnosed. I was only diagnosed with BPD in like a few years ago. So, yeah. And my symptoms like really fired up in adolescence. So, and I'm 32 years old. So, with that being said, it's the story of my life.